We have moles, for Christ's sake.
So this is a kind of follow-up story to last week when we started delving into the dark looming apocalypse that is AI. Now, I grew up in the days when Googling something meant you had to comb through an assortment of propaganda and rubbish until you finally found the result you actually wanted, like 5 pages down. But nowadays, apparently, when you search for something, Google decides that you asked its AI a question, and so it summarizes those 5 pages of rubbish and propaganda into one answer. The difference between searching for something and asking a question is an English lesson for another day. Anyway, yesterday Lisa comes to me. Say hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
With a sneaky look like, ooh, I found something good. And what she found was this. Google AI's BS answer to...
It's called Gemini, by the way.
What is?
Google's AI.
Well, as Rob Pike would say, Gemini. And Siri. All the people that made them. Anyway, apparently the machine starts by saying, the David Normal on TikTok appears to be a creator, and let me stop right there. Wrong. You see, the David Normal Network is not an I institution. Sure, it has my name on it since I do a lot of the work, and it has my gorgeous face, but it is still a team effort. Lisa does hair, makeup, costuming. Petrus built this entire set. Kevin sometimes operates the...
Hello.
Ninja!
Boards.
Oh, Lisa done the artsy things in the backdrop and designed this table thing in front. Anyway, Kevin sometimes operates the cameras when he's not high. Most of the time our goldfish operates the camera because all it has to do is press record and not move, which it can do. Uncle Norm writes a lot of the bits and he forces us to do his F1 parody songs, but it's all good because it's kind of how we pay him back for allowing us to record the show in his basement. Next up, it says we are known for and gaining popularity. Known for by who? Because last I checked, we have like 2 followers, and one of those is probably someone's cat that followed us by mistake.
We actually have more than 1,000 followers on TikTok.
Wait, when did that happen?
After I took over the social media pages.
Okay, maybe known for is an accurate term, since the last time I checked was the first and last time I tried social media, and that was a long time ago. Wait, do they actually like follow us? Like, do they hang on my every word so that I can start a cult and then they'll follow me into a forest butt naked?
Well, most of them just follow us because they wanted us to follow them back. But I didn't, because you said we should only follow one worthy cause. So they're mostly empty followers.
Bastards!
But there are some that actually follow. Frank Anderson, Logan Ozzy, Petrolhead...
Say no more.
No more.
We'll do a video to show those ones that actually follow us, that we appreciate them. Next mistake here, it says I do lip syncs. I don't do lip syncs. I do parody songs. There's a difference. Blah blah, distinctive voice and editing style. Now that it got right. I do have a distinct voice because last year I contracted 16 different kinds of laryngitis and my editing style is 16 different kinds of awesome. And in closing, blah blah, general results focus on other creators like Nessa something and Mr. something else. Like, how dyslexic are you, or how bad is your typing, or actually, how stupid is TikTok's search engine that it can confuse the David Normal with those 2 very different accounts. Like, that's like walking into the grocery store and saying, I'd like some milk, and they say, we're out of stock on that, but would you like some floor polish instead? Google AI's take on our Instagram account is also interesting. Funny story, when Lisa first told me that there's something called Instagram, I thought it was a drug delivery service. Anyway, it calls us relatable. Now that is worrying, because if you can relate to what we do at the David Normal Network, you need help, because God sure knows we need help.
That's true.
I love how it says neighbor dynamics. If I'm not mistaken, we've only done 1 video so far in which I've mentioned our neighbor Petrus, 2 if you count this video. Accurately, it calls our style quick, which is true because you have to be quick to catch most of the jokes and most of them are very layered. I love how both bogus descriptions completely leave out impersonations. Not like I do a different person every fortnight. Even right now I'm doing a different person. Okay, that sounded worse than I intended. What I mean is right now I am actually just a memory playing the part of David Normal. Let that one sink in. Back to the description. Inaccurately, it calls us popular because we are not popular on Gram. Are we, Lisa?
Nope. And it's Insta, not Gram.
Whatever. Apparently she told me it's because we didn't do like the video she wanted us to do, videos about how to get your hair curly like mine, because that's what people on Instagram want to see. That and booty. But I stand by the Reverend Normal on this one when he says,
Because we have morals, for Christ's sake, and we will not prostitute our bodies just to gain popularity with the common people. Amen.
at least not yet. Well, there you have it, people. And now I feel exactly the same way Rob Pike feels about AI, and I quote, your data monster. Oh, for those who are actually following last week, I left in a bit of a rage, ready to demand my refund from the bank. I'm getting my 43 cents back. Didn't quite go as planned. You see, the coffee beans I ate, eating coffee beans right out of the bag, had the opposite effect on my body. So apparently I was in a coma for 5 minutes while my body tried to figure out what the hell to do with those roasted coffee beans, and then I woke up with a 2-day headache from hell. But I will be going back to the bank soon as I finish some green tea, because the doctor said no more mocha, because apparently there's a chance I could have now made myself allergic to coffee. So if that is indeed true, that means this is going to be one long year. One long year.
The David Normal Network.